the 2024 presidential election. With about 2 weeks into the election, I thought I'd make this video to reaffirm on the reason why I'm supporting who I'm supporting, as well as make a thorough analysis on who I'm opposing. Hi, my name is Francis. Welcome to the Crude Truth. Without further ado, I present to you the truth about this election. It's honestly without a doubt that this will be the most consequential political affair of our lifetimes, with there being so much on the table to gain, but to presumably lose as well. This election presents us with two options, a criminal and a prosecutor. This generalization is the backbone of what's being offered to us this time around. I know I've promised to remain objective when it comes to these things, but in this case it's the plain and simple truth. If Donald Trump is elected President of the United States of America, there won't be United States of America to even speak of. Let me explain. I've made this point time and time again, but democracy is the cornerstone of what America stands for. The 26th Amendment establishes the idea that all U.S. citizens are eligible to vote once they're 18 years old. Now you see, America is a nation that is and has always been a nation of, for, and by the people. A nation that holds an election every 4 years to elect someone that best represents the views and agendas of the plurality vote. And that someone is the President, the Chief Executive of the United States of America. However, it is a known fact that not everyone will agree with the way the President runs things, the policies they enforce, and what they stand for. But the bottom line is they got to choose. They had the opportunity to choose who they wanted for president. And that's the way it's always worked in the United States of America, at least to my knowledge. Oh wait, I forgot about when Donald Trump sent his sycophant supporters with the intent to overrule the results of the 2020 election. Yes, I know that's how it's supposed to work, but Donald Trump overruled that tradition. The 20th Amendment of the United States Constitution establishes the idea of the peaceful transfer of power. For over 200 years, every person who has lost a democratic U.S. election has honored this venerable component of the United States Constitution, except for Donald Trump. And for what reason, you may ask? All to satisfy his insatiable ego. He deemed the election fraudulent solely due to the fact that he didn't win. Because he lost, he found it necessary to put at risk the lives of several innocent bystanders and civilians. He promoted and actively encouraged a strange political violence similar to the likes of the American Civil War, and had the guts to compare this incitement of rage and destruction to MLK's convocation of hope and aspiration that ultimately aided towards the amplification of the American dream. Not enough for you? Alright then. Allow me to elaborate on what I'm trying to say by extending my current point. Donald Trump wishes to terminate the Constitution. On Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024, Trump's longest-serving Chief of Staff, John Kelly, said that Trump met the definition of a fascist. Someone who supports and advocates towards a far-right authoritarian and ultranationalist political ideology and movement characterized by a dictatorial leader, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of the opposition, belief in a natural social hierarchy, and strong regimentation of society and the economy, otherwise known as fascism. John Kelly had said that Trump wanted, quote, generals like Hitler had. And if you somehow weren't aware of this, Hitler was the political spearhead of fascism, a movement/political ideology consisting of centralized militarism as well as forcible suppression of the opposition. And for Trump to say this in the United States of America is just insane. If any other politician were to utter these words, it'd be the end of their political career. What Trump desperately wants is for the American military to be his mindless yes man. He wants the American military to act in service of him instead of the American people. Trump wishes to weaponize the military against the so-called enemy from within. Anyone who dares to have an opinion that contradicts his will be silenced. The forefront of what makes America America will be desecrated by the hands of this cretin. And to add further insult to injury, John Kelly also stated that Trump said, quote, Hitler did good things also.
He commented more than once that that Hitler did some good things too. And of course, if you know history, again, I think he's lacking in that. But if you know what Hitler was all about, it'd be pretty hard to make an argument that he did anything good.
So what would you say when he said to you that Hitler did a lot of good things?
Well, I tell him that. I said, first of all, you should never say that. But if you knew what Hitler was all about from the beginning to the end, everything he did was in support of his racist, fascist life, philosophy, so that nothing he did you could argue was good. It was certainly not done for the right reason. And but he would occasionally say that.
If you still fail to understand what a threat he poses to peace and harmony in the United States and why you shouldn't vote for him, allow me to bring forth the topic of debate that will shake the barrel: values and morality. As we may know, morals are something I hold to a very high regard. Who you are and what you stand for are key components that will determine where life will take you. As a Christian man, I try every day to uphold and honor my faith. Now, with the little experience I may have, I do know that politics and religion do not coincide. However, in politics, many deduce the character of an individual based on their morals and what they believe. I'd like to give a baseline assessment of who Donald Trump is. Now, you see, the Republican Party is widely known as the party of values. And yes, there have been a good number of respectable, dignified people to have come from the Republican Party. But I still find myself pondering upon the fact that the party, widely known for their paradigm of moral integrity, chose someone as undignified and irreputable as Donald Trump to represent them. Time and time again, Donald Trump has been seen spewing lies and political disinformation to misguide the public as well as prevent them from receiving the truth, all for his own personal and political benefit. And I'm pretty sure Donald Trump's discriminative rhetoric towards illegally entering immigrants, practically mirroring anti-Jewish sentiment propagated by Hitler, all but paints a clear picture on who Donald Trump is. He infamously advocated for the execution of the Central Park Five, a group of 5 boys who were accused of raping Trisha Miley. And even after they were found innocent, he still refused to recant his views. After Obama was elected president of the United States in 2008, Trump spread the fallacious notion known as the birther conspiracy theory that stated that Obama wasn't a natural-born citizen of the United States of America, all but highlighting his racist undertones. Also, when he was back in real estate, he and his father were sued by the U.S. Justice Department's Civil Rights Division for apparent racial discrimination against Black and Latino ranchers. Even further, numerous women have come out against him, claiming that he sexually assaulted them. He was even found liable of sexually abusing American journalist E. Jean Carroll. He claims to be Christian but has had 5 children between 3 wives. He was charged with 34 felony counts for cheating on one of these women with a pornographic actress and ordering his lawyer to pay her to keep shut in order to protect his 2016 bid for president. Several sensitive government files were found in his Mar-a-Lago estate, and so much more. Look, I can't force you to vote for Kamala Harris, but I can just tell you why I don't want you voting for Trump. I understand why you wouldn't specifically come to me for any developing stories on political news, but I'm really passionate about this stuff, and from the research I've conducted, Donald Trump is a very dangerous man. I sort of feel bad for him in a way, as it's not his fault, but at the same simultaneously it sort of is. His father raised him to be a winner. His father raised him to expunge the negative traits about him. Trump is a fighter, and I can respect that, but when you're willing to oblige the law, not only the law, but you're willing to sacrifice the whole foundation of what we call the United States of America, all for your personal gain and for no one else, it's a bit selfish. And that's why I am voting for Kamala Harris. There are many issues and topics that I do not agree with her on, but I'd rather have someone rule the country who I have a bit of disagreements with, rather than someone who wishes to destroy the country altogether. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and like the video so we can hit 1,000 subscribers hopefully by the end of the year. If that happens, there will be a very big video coming up for that. I would like you guys to check out this video by Johnny Harris. It really inspired me to make this video and conduct research of my own regarding Trump and what he plans to do if he's elected president of the United States. So yeah, it's been Francis, and I'll see you in the next video with the truth. The crude truth.